Good morning, students. Now, after completing our lesson, physical and chemical changes. So, yesterday, yesterday I have to given some work on lesson physical and chemical changes. So, today we talk about the questions answer of this lesson. So, fourth question: when baking soda is mixed with lemon juice, bubbles are formed. When baking soda are mixed with lemon juice, bubbles are formed with the evolution of gas. So, when mixing of baking soda and lemon juice, the form of evolution gas. Write the type of changes is it. So, when baking soda is mixed with the lemon juice, bubbles are formed and also the evolution, the gas. That gas is a carbon dioxide gas. This is a chemical changes. When baking soda is react with lemon juice is created a carbon dioxide gas. So lemon juice plus baking soda, it means to say that when lemon juice are reacted with a baking soda, it's form a new product in a form of carbon dioxide and the other substance. So is the answer of fourth question. Next, when a candle burns, both physical and chemical changes takes place. Identify these changes. Give another example of a familiar process in which both the chemical and physical changes takes place. In the question, when candles burns. So here candles are change its shape and size when we provide the heat. So here physical changes occur. Next, the when burning of candle it produces a carbon dioxide in the air. So also when burning of candle chemical changes is also takes place. Identify this change. Give another example familiar process both of chemical and physical changes takes place. So now you also give some another example. In this example both changes are takes place. So here the solution of this question: candle burning. Candle burning, in the burning of candle process, two changes. First we see physical change. What happened in the changes? Physical changes. So it start the melting of wax. Another, in chemical changes, the burning of gas, evolution CO2 gas. CO2 means carbon dioxide gas are evolved in the surrounding air. Next example is digestion of food. In the digestion of food, you can see the physical change. When we chew some particle of food, that food particle are break down in the large food molecule into the simple ones. So here the food material are change its shape and size. So here physical changes takes place. And another we see in a chemical changes in the digestion process, when the digestion of food by the action that HCl and enzymes. HCl are present in our stomach and enzymes is also, because in the stomach HCl and enzymes is help for digest the food. When the digestion of food entering our stomach. So here digestion of food is the another example in which both of changes takes place. And candle burning, it's also the next example in which both changes are takes place. Next question: how would you show that setting of curd is a chemical changes? How would you find that The setting of curd is a chemical changes. A setting of curd is a chemical changes because curd cannot turn back to milk. Yes, it's a rice, right? Curd, it cannot change its original composition in the form of milk. So curd cannot turn back to milk. The properties of milk is totally changed during the formation of curd from the milk. So the property of milk and curd are different, totally different. So here when we cannot turn their original composition or original form, that change is a chemical change. So in the setting of curd, chemical changes takes place. Next question, explain why burning of food and cutting it into the small pieces are considered as a two different types of changes. So here's solution. Cutting of food is a physical changes as it does not change in the nature of food. When we cut any trees, the physical change as does not changes nature of the food. On the other hand, burning of food is a chemical changes because in the burning of food the CO2 are formed. When CO2 are formed and it's get evolved into the surrounding, so that wood is converted into the charcoal. So here wood is totally changed its original composition and it's converted into the charcoal and with the liberation of CO2 gas. So here we explain the burning of food and cutting the wood into the small pieces are considered the two type of changes. First we talk about physical changes and another is a chemical changes. Next question, describe how crystal of a copper sulfate are prepared. How crystal are prepared by the copper sulfate. Now its solution is crystal copper sulfate are prepared using the crystallization. So here that crystallization process is described as follow. So in this process first we take a cup full water in a beaker. First we take cup full water in a beaker. Next process is add a few drops of dilute sulfuric acid to this. In a cup of water you can add the few drops of dilute sulfuric acid in the water. Now the solution of sulfuric acid and water, mixing of sulfuric acid and water, that mixture are heated. So heat the water and when the start boiling, when the water is start boiling, the copper sulfate powder while still stirring. Add a copper sulfate powder till the solution becomes saturated. When copper sulfate powder till the solution becomes saturated, it, that solution leave for some time, filter into the china dish. Now the solution are filtered into the china dish and allowed to the cool. The solution should be kept in a undistributed. Now you, we have to given that solution. That solution should be kept in a undisturbed. Slowly the crystal are formed. So that crystal of a copper sulfate are separated out. The solid part are totally separated from the liquid part. So here the crystal of copper sulfate are separated out. So here crystallization is a separated process. Crystallization is the technique for use any solid material from their solution. So Here are 4 questions are completed. So today we discuss about 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th questions. So here whole 8 questions are completed. Now today's your homework. Write down these 4 questions in your copy. Next question we will see in your next video.